no, during my sophomore year, I was out of school, kicked out.
After you the number one player in the country?
Out. I got kicked out. And
damn.
And I lost a lot of recruitment. And it was a weird situation. Something I ain't never spoke on till this day. So you get an exclusive. But
shout out to Boogie. Let's run your race. Exclusives.
I had the school I was at, like I was getting a lot of attention, a lot of media attention, a lot of national attention. And, you know, if it's hard for me to handle, imagine what it's like for people that have watched me grow up since I was a jit. Like, this kid, he don't deserve, or however you may feel about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of like, you know, I would get praise, but I also got a lot of hate.
Oh, there's a bunch of haters out there.
Man,
yeah, I mean, there's more of those.
And my hate was coming directly from
the people you think that fuck with you.
Yeah, or people right within my school, or like grown men in my school. I had a teacher.
Sometimes your teammates.
No, that's one thing. Well, I agree. That is true. I did receive some. So it was a situation where sophomore year, we just finished up a Christmas tournament. Was it a Christmas? It might have been Thanksgiving. It was a holiday tournament. It might have been Thanksgiving. So it was around maybe November, something like that. We ended up coming in second place in that tournament. So we're pissed.
Yeah.
Team pissed. We hate that we lost. And it was one of my teachers. I won't say his name. He was a teacher for me and also like a school bus driver, but he was also like I want to say like a baseball coach as well. He's a guy with many titles. And always hating on me. Always had something to say to me. And it was just always something negative coming from him when it came to me. I knew he didn't care for me, which was whatever. Like I'm a maneuver around the bullshit. So
yeah.
It's whatever. Sometimes you got to deal with people that don't care for you. But it came to this, you know, it finally came to a head this one night, and he decided, like I said, we lost that night. We sitting in the back of the bus, and we also had the JV team on there. So
he's the bus driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the JV team ended up winning the tournament. They won their tournament, and the varsity came second in the tournament.
Gotcha.
So we all ride together, and JV celebrating, varsity on there pissed. We salty.
Yeah.
So while they celebrate, we like, man, shut up, man. We ain't trying to hear that shit. So
weak ass tournament y'all played it.
So my mom ended up going to the tournament, and it's hard to describe the situation without it actually being there. So anyway, the way the bus is set up, it's sitting on the top of the hill, and you know, right below the hill was a parking lot. My mom's sitting in the parking lot. She has a clear view of the bus. So, like I said, ruckus started once, you know, the varsity and JV kind of had words. It was all love. It was nothing serious. It just happened. Just kids being kids.
Yeah.
And that same bus driver was like, hey, man, hey, get off the bus, man. We ain't trying to hear all that noise. I'm like, me?
Yeah.
Like, all right, fuck it. I want to ride with my mom anyway. Like, I didn't want to have to go back to the school, then get in the car.
Yes.
So I'm like, cool, I'll just shoot to the crib, whatever. Yeah. So, you know, I got my backpack, I got my gym bags, I got all these things. Like I said, I'm 6'10" on the yellow cheese school bus.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I stand up, I'm in there like, you know, like this. Walk to the front of the bus, I got all this stuff with me. So as I go to turn down the bus stairs, teacher like, man, don't you bump me? And pushes me in my back. So I used to have to duck to get off the bus.
You hit your head.
Boom. Hit my head on the door of the bus, stumble out and I fall to the ground.
Oh yeah.
I already told you,
You mess with me.
I'm going to turn up on your ass.
Now he pushed you and you hit your fucking head. Oh, yeah. You saw red.
So I handled my business.
Yeah, had to do what you had to do.
I handled my business. And I'm not saying that was the right answer.
Yeah.
But in that moment, me knowing what I know, what I'm used to, this is what I revert back to.
Yep.
So I handle my business. And it's a bad situation. And police get involved, all these other things, yada, yada, yada.
And that just all led to you getting kicked out.
So in my mind, I'm like, man, this dude just put his first of all, this grown-ass man just put his hands on me.
First, let's clarify that.
Like, this is a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
At this time, I'm 15, 6, like something like that. So obviously it's a school meeting. I have to meet with the principal. Then it goes from that to the school board, and eventually they kicked me out of school. And I'm like, I didn't understand why at the time. I mean, shit, I really still don't. Like, I felt like it was more on the adult than it should have been on me.
Because you was leaving.
Correct. Like, I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? I mean, maybe I shouldn't have whooped his ass. But outside of that, what did I do wrong?
Yeah. He asked me to leave. I was leaving.
So, you know, they choose that, you know, I was in the wrong. They expelled me. They kicked me out of school. And I ended up doing some months in the boot camp.
Damn.
And that's when I really, like, it was a period in my life. I'm like, man, I started to hate it.
Hoops?
I hated it.
Damn.
These months I'm spending in this camp, they put me on the front of the newspaper like I'm a criminal.
Oh, yeah.
Blast me all over the paper, talk about how I'm in this boot camp now, kicked out of school. Never once. They got my face on the paper. Never once mentioned the teacher.
Yep.
Don't mention his name. Don't even show his picture. It's just me.
And that's how it's gonna be.
So for me now, it's just like, is this what comes with, you know, being good at basketball?
Yeah. Why would I want this shit?
I'm like, I ain't even asked for this shit.
Yeah.
Like, this shit kind of just happened, and like, this is results of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a period of time where I hated it. And you know, I missed my entire sophomore year. Obviously I was still able to, you know, well, I missed my whole sophomore year of basketball. Like,
yep.
So you know, I'm in this camp. I survived. Let's just put it like that. I survived it.
Yeah. What's next after that? Like, how did you get the shit? You just gotta tell me what's next after that. Like, how did you determine, okay, I'm gonna go hoop again? After you just said you hated the mother shit. You hate the shit.
I went through my process. I went through the emotions. I had to go through the process. I had to go through the embarrassment. I had to go through all the shit that came with it. I was viewed as a criminal and all these other things. And what really helped shape me was now I'm in this camp with real ass criminals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, I ended up, I mean, when you're in a situation like that, you're going to befriend whoever you befriend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of these dudes, you know, and ain't nobody above nobody in this shit. Like,
facts.
It don't matter if you came from money. It don't matter if you on the front of the paper for being good at, none of that shit matters.
We all in here.
We all in here. We all got to do the same shit. shaved heads, all like we all doing the same shit, no matter where you come from. So that also helped put a lot of things in perspective for me. So, you know, I'm hearing these dudes' stories. I'm hearing what they in this month, like they in there for and all these different things. Then I kind of get back to that point where it's just like, man, this shit ain't me. Like, this ain't the life I want, bro. This ain't even the person I'm trying to be, bro. Like,
this was you was trying to get away from.
Exactly. And I'm like, now I'm right back here at this crossroad. But like, what I'm gonna even do with my life? And like I said, I'm skipping class. I ain't even taking school serious for real. Highly intelligent. Just bullshit. No guidance. Nobody. Like, man, get your head out your ass. Like, outside of my AAU coach.
For sure.
But man, I had to grow up. Like, and I told myself that. And shout out to my dog Scoop, man. I hope all is well. But man, this dude just talked to me one day. It was a guy that was in there, and he like, man, I wish I could have your talent, bro. Dude, probably 5'4", thugging hard. Like, he thugging hard. Like, man, I wish I could play ball, bro. Like, I wish I could do what you do. Like, man, he like, man, I've seen you on the front of the paper, bro. You damn near a celebrity.
What you doing in here?
What you doing in here, bro? And that helped put things into perspective for me. Like,
cause you right.
Like, this dude right, bro. And shout out to First Sergeant. Man, this lady. He got PTSD for sure. Shit. Hard body.
Yes.
Bro, I ain't never met a lady so mean, so intimidating. I never forget her voice.
Yeah.
And she was on my ass every single, from the time I walked in. And I'm just like, damn. And I never understood why until my last day in there. Eventually I finished up the program in there. I got my grades correct.
So you able to still do school and stuff?
Oh, you got to.
Oh, you don't have a choice. Oh, bet.
You ain't in there just kicking it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I didn't know.
It's a whole program.
Yeah, I got you.
So, I was able to start, and ain't no ball now. It's just
grades.
It's just school and whatever these sergeants got you lined up to do. That's your only options.
Oh, fuck.
So
the
only fun you probably, or the only relaxing time you did have was doing school work. Or at the beginning of the day, we all get a newspaper. That was the fun in it. You get a newspaper, that's your way of knowing what's going on in the world or what's happening, and yada, yada, yada. And
you in there for how long?
I was in there for 5 months, I want to say.
5 months. God damn. No TV, nothing?
Hell, none of that. So anyway, I just remember this lady, First Sergeant. She was always on me. It was to the point where I'm like, man, this lady hate me, bro, and I ain't never did nothing to her. Like, and I ain't on there on. Like I said, I do whatever they ask. I'm just trying to get up out of here. Like, she was always on me, always tough on me. And by the end of the program, she finally explained herself to me. First time she had just a regular
combo.
I didn't even think she had a heart at one point. Like this lady is cold-blooded, man.
Major Pain type shit.
Man,
worse.
Major Pain would have been an adventure if he was a sergeant. This lady was crazy, bro. But she finally explained herself, and this was my last day in there. And she was like, you want to know I was always tough on you? She was like, 1, I see the potential you have. 2, I think you're a really good kid. Continue to be a good kid. I don't ever want to see you in this place again. She said, I was always hard on you because I have a feeling that you're going to be a star one day. And you're either going to do the right things to become this star, or you gonna be amongst these type of people the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And, it clicked for me, and everything she said kind of made sense in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And what really fucked me up, she gave me a hug.
Oh, yeah. You done gave me hell for 5
Bro,
months.
I'm like, man, what is happening, bro? And it was such an emotional moment for me to the point where I dropped a tear, bro. I'm just
Had to
like,
be.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a surreal moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up, finishing up in there. So boom. I ended up going back home.
The champions have been crowned. The basketball season is over, but that does not mean the fun needs to stop. We have teamed up with DraftKings, our official sponsor of Run Your Race. Go to DraftKings right now, download the app, and use promo code RACE. New customers who bet as little as $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly. As I said, the basketball season is over, but they got many other sports. You got golf, you got baseball, you got MMA, and many other sports. And you can use your $150 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting isn't legal in your state, or if sports betting isn't your thing, DraftKings got you with DraftKings Pick 6. So go to DraftKings right now, download the app, and use promo code RACE. New customers who bet as little as $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.